Rasslin, that's wrestling.
It's a day, and you know what that means. It is wrestling. I am Brandon Walker. It is the best show on the internet about wrestling that's not made by a douchebag who hates the sport. It is me. I am a fan, and I don't know the insides. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't do steroids and act like I don't. I am Brandon Walker, and I am here to talk wrestling. I'm sorry, we weren't here last week. Had to go to the Super Bowl. Very important. Swinging dick. That's me. Just like a hammer. Like Greg Valentine. Actually, I don't know that he had a big dick. He just was named the Hammer. Although he might have had a big dick. Who's that had a big dick? Virgil? Virgil had a big dick?
Yeah, and Hogan, but
Did Hogan have a big dick?
Well, on trial, remember, he was like, Hulk Hogan has a 10-inch dick, but Terry Bollea...
Oh, he had a gimmick 10-inch dick. That's a smart gimmick. If I were a wrestler, I would say, oh yeah, my gimmick is I have an 11-inch dick.
The Dick Master.
Yeah, the Dick Master. Yes, I would. And when what the Dick Master does is when he comes in the wall to show up to like, oh, here's the Dick Master, he trips over his penis, and it would be embarrassing.
With the helmet on.
Although I don't think Fred Ottman has a big penis. Although that's more Diesel. Well, Tugboat did it too. Toot Toot? Oh, how about Doot Doot Doot? That's Michael P.S. Hayes. I saw him at SummerSlam. Michael P.S. Hayes, he was just going to the bathroom. You know how jarring it is just to run into Michael P.S. Hayes going to the bathroom? He had on the suit, and I'm like just a guy. And I was like, hey. He said, what's up? And I assume he just went and pissed. Bad Street USA. Good song.
Great song.
What's this show about?
This show is about everything that happened this week.
Man, there's been a lot that's happened. First of all, we're going to get to Indy Corner in just a minute. We're going to talk to Big Trouble Ben Bishop, which if you are really into wrestling, please tell your friends about this show, by the way, because the kids got to eat. If you're into wrestling and you've been here from the beginning, you know Big Trouble Ben Bishop is my indie guy. I'm his manager. I am his Bobby the Brain Heenan. I am his Grand Wizard. I am his Kimchi. Guy from Mississippi. Guy from Mississippi. Well, that was a manager's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Grand Mask.
Right, yeah.
A hood, yep.
No, there was actually a guy named Grand Wizard. He wasn't a Klan member. Back in the 80s. Oh. I know I'm from Mississippi, so if I say Grand Wizard, you'd think it's a Klan guy, but there was an actual guy named Grand.
Thank you. Sure.
What would you say you do here?
We're still trying to figure that out.
We're not succeeding, are we?
No.
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble Ben Bishop is on Indy Corner. I know what the show is. I'll do the show. You don't have to tell me what to do on the fucking show. Who is it?
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble Ben Bishop is on Indy Corner today. We talked to him, frankly, a little bit angry. Kind of scared me a little bit. Not a big deal. But before we get to Indy Corner, it's WrestleMania season, it's Revolution season, it's wrestling season, baby. It is happening. There's so much going on. This is going to be a truncated version of the show, a brief version, because I did go to the Super Bowl and I'm trying to fight back from jet lag and everything. We'll be back with the full show next week. We're going to start hammering out interviews. We got Powerhouse Hobbs on the way soon. We got Sean Spears coming in the studio. We have a couple surprises from WWE with WrestleMania coming up that I can't tell you about yet. We might have a very nice, very evil interview very soon. You know who that is? Mm-hmm. Kane. Yeah.
Big Red Monster.
Big Red Monster, Kane, yeah. But it could be a very nice, very evil kind of deal there. Are you okay?
Yeah, no.
Are you having a seizure?
No, I got
That
it.
wasn't a real curse. I was just doing that.
Yeah, but I saw what you were doing and I was a little late to it, but still all the more excited to
I don't want you to take what I'm about to say as offensive. I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I just need to say it. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate everything about you. I wish you nothing but poor credit, bad mayonnaise, and the worst things can happen in fucking life. Speaking of that, I'm going to talk about AEW, I'm going to talk about WWE, but then I'm going to talk about the two big news stories that I think have rocked my wrestling world. Why don't I start there? Should I start with WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin, or Cody Rhodes?
I think we go all
Because my God, you come into a week and you think, okay, well, they're getting ready for Revolution. We'll find out some matches. We'll find out what's happening for WrestleMania, and we'll amp this thing up. We didn't know we were coming into a week where Cody fucking Rhodes and Brandi Rhodes would leave AEW and presumably maybe be headed towards WWE for WrestleMania. We didn't know that Stone motherfucking Cold Steve Austin could come back for a match. Ha! Woo! Yay! Those were my 3 reactions. Then I passed the stone, and I got to it. So, Cody Rhodes. When I think of AEW, and I think AEW is fantastic, it's elite, it's great. It's the best breath of fresh air in wrestling in a very long time. And Cody Rhodes has been a major part of that. Cody Rhodes has been a huge part of that. And his leaving AEW seems to have triggered a lot of people online. They don't know what it means. Is he going to WWE? They think, is he tanking his career? He's going to WWE. They're not going to treat him right. But let me tell you something from a veteran wrestling fan, and this is the truth. Whatever your opinion about Cody Rhodes is, whatever your opinion about WWE is, welcome to the Monday Night Wars. This is what it was like. People think the Monday Night Wars were great because of DX and Stone Cold and the NWO, and all those things are true. But we lived in a time of uncertainty. We lived through the most competitive time in wrestling history where guys were going back and forth. Opportunity knocked over here, then it knocked back over there. We lived through Mr. Perfect showing up on Nitro, Roddy Piper showing up on Nitro, Lex Luger showing up on Nitro, Rick Rude being on Raw. The biggest stars of the Attitude Era came from WCW. It was Steve Austin. It was Mankind. It was all these guys. We lived through a time where you would hear a guy's contract would be up and you'd be wondering, hey, I haven't seen him in 3 weeks. Jericho showing up on Raw didn't just happen. He came from WCW. Big Show shows up at a pay-per-view, comes out from under the ring. These moments were incredible. Guess what? Happy times are here again. If you don't like Cody Rhodes, good for you. You're an idiot. You're wrong. He's a tremendous guy and a great wrestler and plays a hell of a character. If you don't like WWE, you're also wrong. It's wrestling. It's professional wrestling. Allow yourself to love it and look at what we have arrived at. Keith Lee gets released from WWE. 5 years ago, if he gets released from WWE, good luck, Keith. Maybe you land in Japan. Maybe you wrestle in a gym for the next 5 years. But instead, he shows up at a sold-out arena in Atlantic City and rips the roof off the joint. Cody Rhodes is leaving AEW. Is he going to Japan? Is he going to a bingo hall? No. He's going to show up at Wrestle Goddamn Mania. What a time to be alive. What a time to reinvigorate the wrestling universe. And speaking personally from Cody, I believe, and I might be mistaken, I don't know. I believe this show, in this room, in these chairs, had the last AEW interview with Cody Rhodes.
Yes, you are correct.
Right after that, he had COVID. He missed a match or two. He came back, dropped the TNT title. But we had the last one. And when I met Cody Rhodes, I had this idea of what he was like. Maybe one of the nicest, most sincere, most clever guys I've ever met. And a guy who, no matter what you think about his character, will always succeed. The guy knows how to craft a story. He knows how to build a storyline. And if in fact he walks into WrestleMania, if in fact he walks into WWE, he's going to do it in a very, very prolific way, and it's going to be awesome. Folks, get used to this. We could live in a world, and I'm just saying these things out loud, and the companies might not like it. We live in a world where Seth Rollins, or what would it be, Tyler Blackwood? Seth Rollins could main event All Out in 2 years. We live in a world where MJF could main event WrestleMania 40. We live in a world where Cody Rhodes could be wrestling Roman Reigns for a title next year. We live in a world of beautiful possibilities. And I know I'm the funny guy. I know I'm the guy that doesn't take this shit too seriously. I know I'm the guy that pops Malachi Black because I'm so fucking charming. But I'm also a wrestling fan, and this is fucking awesome. I love Cody Rhodes going in the free agency route. To be honest, did you care about his reality show? No, it fucking sucked. It was awful. Who gives a shit? I love it. Now, that's Cody Rhodes. Is there anything I didn't say about Cody? I don't care what you think.
I know.
Okay. I was not. Did you raise your hand? What did you just do?
But the roads to WrestleMania are upon us. I think that could be a good title.
I will
for the
punch you
episode.
in the fucking chin.
That's the
I
name
will
of the episode.
I will jump slap kick you in the fucking throat.
I wish you would not do that.
Have you ever been choke slammed?
I have not, no.
I can't believe that looking at you.
You just looked me up and down.
I did look you up and down. Didn't take long either, did it?
No, but you seem to have stopped a certain area.
But the Cody Rhodes news was jarring, and it was like, what? Because it was what, a month ago when we learned he didn't have a contract, but we all assumed he was just going to sign with AEW. Okay, no harm, no foul. He'll sign with AEW. But now people are still thinking it's a work. I don't think it's a work. I think it's a, I hate saying it's a shoot, but I think it's real. I think he's going to end up in WWE. Put Cody aside. On Monday, I woke up, had a normal day, ate my 4 pounds of bacon, had my Chick-fil-A for lunch, had my Chick-fil-A for dinner, had my Chick-fil-A for pre-bed snack, and fucked my wife. And before I go to bed, I'm watching Raw, and Sean Ross Sapp, the guy who reports all the news on wrestling Twitter, has the personality of this fucking camera. Anyway, Sean Ross Sapp reports that, hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin might be at Mania, might wrestle Kevin Owens. What? Yes, Stone Cold's in a world, in a year, and we live in a time where like Hardy Boys came back to WrestleMania, and it was one of the biggest things ever. That's the Hardy Boys, and they're good, they're great, they're fine. This is Stone motherfucking Cold Steve Austin. This is the biggest star in the history of the business, and I know. Well, let me say this: the biggest star that ever came from wrestling is The Rock. Love you, Dwayne. The biggest star that ever happened inside the world of the wrestling business is Stone Cold Steve Austin from 1998 to 2000. That's just period fact Stone Cold. It is. If Stone Cold Steve Austin comes to Mania in Dallas, Texas, folks, you can act like you hate wrestling. You can act like you hate WWE. You can act like you hate them burying people. You can act like you hate their weekly shows. You can go on the same blogs, the same message boards. You go on every single Monday night and say you're done, you hate it, you don't care, even though you still show up and do it. You can do all those things, but even you callous motherfucker, can't deny that Stone Cold Steve Austin being in WrestleMania will be absolutely incredible. I'm going to be there. Stone Cold might be there. Oh, woo! I love it. Now, I watched Dynamite yesterday, and I feel like I need to say this because let me talk about WWE very quickly before we get to Dynamite. They have Elimination Chamber this weekend. Don't love an Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia. Don't love that it just feels like it's just kind of forced in there. I just want to get to the WrestleMania build, and hopefully after this week we will in fact do that. They got some good things going. The Brock Roman thing is great. Seth Rollins is great. Everything that Kevin Owens is doing is great. So I will put off the WWE talk till next week because once we get through Elimination Chamber, then the whole picture will come clear for WrestleMania. Let's talk Dynamite because rarely do I get to do these after Dynamite. Usually I do them before. I thought that 2-hour show was the essence of professional wrestling. I thought that 2-hour show Wednesday night was as good a 2-hour show as we've seen in the last couple of years. It was really tight, really good. When you have a guy so talented that you can start a show without pyro, without music, with a guy just sitting in the middle of the ring with a box and a microphone, and he can captivate you like CM Punk did for 20 minutes on Wednesday, that is special. The thing is, they don't just have that. They have captivating people from segment A to segment Z. It starts with CM Punk. MJF comes out, does the great sell, the dog collar match, Punk with the wordplay, "Be My Valentine." It was perfect. CM Punk every now and then just rears back, throws a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and we realize, oh yeah, this is the best guy on the mic we've ever seen, until MJF comes out next week and tops him. This feud's been incredible. It's been long. It's been incredible. Dog collar match, Valentine, sign me up. Moxley against Danielson, sign me up. Cole against Hangman Adam Page, sign me up. This Revolution pay-per-view looks incredible. Dynamite was good. The main event, Darby Allin against Sammy Guevara. They just throw two pillars out there, two young guys that go out and tear it up, get a 4-star match like that. I love what AEW is doing right now. I love what WWE is doing right now. I love Stone Cold Steve Austin coming back. Cody Rhodes is an interesting kind of pie in the sky thing right now. We'll see where it goes. Does he show up at Mania? Does he show up before Mania and have a match? I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm a fan. I'm the funny guy. I'm always going to be the funny guy, but I love professional wrestling. Right now, we're going to go into Indy Corner with Big Trouble, Ben Bishop.
Nice and close.
Big dude, man.
Why are you sitting so close today?
Is this how it's supposed
Why are
to
you
be?
sitting so big?
Why am I sitting so big?
You're sitting
take
big.
a look at me.
No,
What do you mean,
I
why
understand.
am I sitting so big?
You're just sitting big and you're facing me. I don't understand why you're trying
Why
to make
not?
me.
Why?
I'm here to help you. I don't know why you're trying to make me uncomfortable. I didn't do
You're
anything.
here to help me.
I'm here
You're
to help you.
Here to help me.
I'm
here to help you. I'm here to help the wrestling channel.
How are you here to help me?
Because look at that. Look at it. 7 feet tall, 6'12" to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
15% of a metric ton. You know that old BT double B.
This is Big Trouble Ben Bishop. And this is a friend of wrestling who has gone back all the way. Well, now we're a YouTube show. You haven't seen him yet, but now here's in person.
Put the shirt on, please, before we start.
No, I'm not going to put the shirt. I'm wearing a tugboat shirt. I'm not going to.
Put the shirt on, Brandon. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Put it on. Come on.
I'm not some just little bitch.
Thank you. And we'll refer to this shirt just in a little bit. But I got a few things to say first.
Wait a minute.
And wait, no.
Okay, go.
I got a few things to say. I was one of the first indie wrestlers that was involved with wrestling, so let me say my piece. Usually I'd come on here. Hold on. Usually I'd come on here. I'd do the whole earthquaking, the whole pillar shaking, lead to the Meat Pop Express thing. But I'm not in the mood to do that today. No, not at all. Because what that has done for me has made me invisible. And at any time in the history of professional wrestling, a guy who stands at 6'12" has at any time a guy like that has been invisible. And this isn't just the small-time indie promoters. This is all the way up to the big time. Somehow, a guy my size that looks like me, as in good a shape as me, as good-looking as me, is somehow invisible on the indie wrestling scene and the pro wrestling scene as a whole. You know who I'm not invisible to? You know who I'm not invisible to, Brandon?
Who?
You want to know? It's the guy and the gal that are walking through the airport, the guy and the gal walking through the grocery store, and even here at Barstool Sports, as I walk through the hall, and every single person here is looking at me and asking who the hell I am. But you know what question I hate the most? You know what I hate being asked by these people? By casual wrestling fans, former wrestling fans? Why aren't you on TV? Mm-hmm. You know how many times I get asked that, Brandon?
How many?
Way too many to count, Brandon.
Sorry.
They ask me, why aren't you on TV? Like I have the answer. Go ask the powers that be at all these big companies why I'm not on TV. Why I don't have a 7-footer like me on TV. You can go ask them. I'll end it with this, and then we can get to your interview. Pro wrestling doesn't owe me anything. And maybe, in some eyes, I'm just not good enough. But you know who pro wrestling owes? You know who pro wrestling owes, Brandon? You don't need to answer this. Pro wrestling owes pro wrestling something because at some point, in 20 years, about 5 to 6 million people stopped watching. And why is that? There seems to be a formula, and I'm not going to get to that formula. I'm just going to point to this shirt. Could that be the formula? I don't have all the answers, but I have a few. Now you can get to your interview.
I'm very uncomfortable. I didn't realize you were this angry.
Oh, I'm full of piss and vinegar. 15% of a metric ton worth of piss
6'12".
and vinegar.
6'12".
6'12". You got that
Leader
right.
of the Meat Pop
I'm getting a little
Express.
closer.
But you're not worried about the Meat Pop Express today. You're pissed off.
I'm a little pissed off, yeah. People like these kind of interviews.
No, it's all
style,
good.
Right?
What did people do to you?
What do people do to me? I'm continually left on red. Emails not answered. DMs not answered. So that some of these indie promoters can bring in a 150-pound emaciated guy and call him the heavyweight champion. When in professional wrestling has that ever worked? It didn't work in 1982. It didn't work in 1992. It didn't work in 2002. Hell, it didn't work in 2012. Why do you think it would work in 2022?
That's good. It's good to see you.
It's great to see you too.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's really
All
nice to
right.
see you. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're friends, though. We're
are,
buddies.
we are.
We're
I just wanted
buddies.
to get that off my chest. And thank you for giving me the time.
No, but you're not
Nick,
going
Ara, you guys are great.
No, you're
you
not
guys,
gonna-
you guys have been doing a good thing
you're
here
not gonna
since
get-
the last time I've been on. You guys have done a really great job growing this thing.
Right.
To heights I didn't think possible.
Well, you're the original Indy Corner.
I am the original Indy Corner.
The fact that we started doing stuff with you gave us the idea to put more people on
I'm
like
kind
this.
of a pioneer.
You are a pioneer.
I am the pioneer.
And you're a big
of
guy.
wrestling.
And I'm just a little, before
How big am I?
6'12", quarter of a metric ton.
No, 15%. Already messed it up. And you're my manager?
I'm not doing very good, am I?
It's all right. It's all right.
But anyway, so I'm a little concerned as we go forward in this interview that you might snap again, because it seems like you're on the edge.
I might.
Okay, all right.
No promises. Go ahead.
How have things been going?
That's what you're going to start with?
I haven't seen you in a
No,
while.
things have been going okay. Okay.
You're working. I mean, you're out there. You're working.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm working. I'm getting my name out there. My face is out there. And even though some promoters, they want to mess around and they want to beat around the bush and they don't want to bring in BTBB, that's totally fine. But you know what? I'm doing well.
So why are people dicking with you?
Couldn't tell you. That's the question I have. Why? Why aren't you, John Q. Promoter? Why aren't you bringing me into your promotion? What's the reason?
I mean,
Leave it in the comments.
You're 7 feet tall.
7 feet tall.
Good-looking guy.
Very good-looking guy, yeah.
Very good-looking guy.
I'd say that's more of the reason people turn and look at me because of how good-looking I am.
It's not the size. It's
No.
It's the attractiveness.
That's an added bonus, but
Right.
I'm very attractive.
Okay, so where you
Oh, I got you flustered, huh?
where you been?
It's the Chris Farley show.
No, I don't know what to
yeah,
say. I don't know what to say. You've never appeared angry with me, and I'm
Maybe
not.
we needed to change something.
I'm not a
Brandon, because
promoter.
Things weren't working.
I'm not a promoter.
I know. I'm not angry with you,
If I were a
Brandon.
promoter, I would sign you immediately, and I'd say, boom, cornerstone. Look at
Hear
this
that?
motherfucker.
You hear that?
If I bring in a 150-pound emaciated guy, I'm going to stand him next to you, and if he can beat you, then I got a story or something, right? I got a story. I got something to build on. But if I don't have the story, if I don't have the cornerstone, then what?
You heard it from him. Take his advice. But no, I've been to a few places. Been around a little bit, getting out there, and I'm actually moving to Atlanta in March.
Atlanta,
hot Atlanta.
center stage.
Center stage.
Get down there. I mean, that's a hotbed of wrestling.
South. That's your neck of the woods, kind of.
You ought to be able to do some independent promotions down there that you haven't previously been able to do.
Yeah, I've been trying to network with a few promotions down there. In the South, they love horses. They love big guys.
Oh, we love horses.
I've been to Tennessee a bunch over the pandemic. Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And they love to see big guys. That's the bread and butter.
So why in modern day wrestling have we gotten away from the big guy? I know you're going to say I don't know, but why do you think maybe that they've gotten away from the big guy?
And that's a great question.
Is it because they want to make their small champions not look so small?
I think that could possibly be the answer. Guys that don't want to look too small. Or maybe they're trying to find guys that look like the guys that just sit in the audience. Maybe that's what's endearing to these, I don't want to say marks, but for lack of a better term, endearing to these marks.
Marks. I've never heard you say the word mark.
No, yeah, you know I'm mad.
Yeah. Are you? But you're not angry at me.
No.
It's promoters, and now we're down to the marks.
Now we're down to some of the marks.
Seems like you've got
Not all the marks. Some of the marks.
Seems like a lot of anger has welled up in your meaty chest.
It is a very meaty chest. You want to slap it? Want to give it a slap?
It's kind of.
Come on. Go ahead. Oof.
I want to
A little anger has built up, and it's
do it again. I want to do it again. I want to do it real.
Okay.
I'm going to slap it for real.
Go ahead.
Ow. Okay. All right.
Woke me up.
Yeah, it's pretty
Ooh,
good.
you woke it up now?
No, I got a mic. Don't hit me.
Do I have a mic still?
By the
Yeah, I
way,
got a mic.
can I just point out something to
Yeah.
you? This new shirt is banging.
Do you want one?
You kind of look like Abe Lincoln, but it's banging.
I kind of do.
You kind of look like Abe Lincoln, like
You know what it's based on? You know who this is based on?
Abraham Lincoln, vampire killer.
No. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's based on Kavinsky. Kavinsky DJ. It's the song Night
Who
Call.
did he play for? Kavinsky.
Kavinsky?
Played for Wisconsin, right? When they beat Kentucky?
Yeah, no, because there's definitely two. Yeah. No.
Right, okay.
Isn't that Kaminsky?
Probably.
Yeah.
No,
Kavinsky's
Kaminsky
a
had
French DJ.
Kaminsky had a method.
Fi-
Who had a method? Isn't there a Kaminsky method? No?
Why are you being a nerd?
I don't know.
don't you just stop talking
I'm a
for
little-
a second? Just stop talking. I got this.
Go.
Kavinsky, a French DJ, one of my favorites, actually, and was my entrance music until I got my own custom entrance music.
You do have custom entrance music.
I do. We'll probably play it on here.
Yeah, we should play that. Let's play it right now.
Now.
It's pretty good. I was gonna play it.
All right.
Oh, good. I like that. I like that. So, 2021 happened.
It sure did.
It has produced a pissed off version of Big Trouble Ben Bishop. So what will 2022 bring to Big Trouble Ben Bishop? Are you to the point where you're just about to go buck wild on all these motherfuckers?
Because what I say to myself is, why wouldn't I at this point?
Right.
Right? Something's got to change. Something's got to work. You know, this happy-go-lucky, big guy with all this personality and all this charisma, 6'12", 15% of a metric ton worth of charisma. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hit you.
No, you actually, when you touched me, you didn't touch me lightly. You touched me with some force. You touched me with some force.
Yeah,
You know
so
that you touched me with,
personality, charisma, through the roof, all the way to the freaking rafters.
you mentioned happy-go-lucky. I'm not sure that applies right now. You don't seem happy-go-lucky.
No, it's actually the complete opposite of that.
Right. What is
Sad, stop.
sad go pisty? I don't know.
Sad, sad and pissy?
Yeah.
Sure, sad and pissy. We'll go
Oh,
with
no,
sad.
angry. You're not
Angry,
sad, you're angry.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm past sad.
Yeah.
I'm at angry because I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for myself. I'm not going to throw a pity party for myself. I'm just going to say how I feel on the best wrestling podcast.
Thank you
on the
very
market.
much.
Yeah,
I
I'll
appreciate
I'll
that.
put you over a little bit.
So,
But wait. But before we get into my 2022, let's talk about your 2022 and what you sent to me in November 5th, 2021. Let's see
Well,
what
first
we
of all-
got. Hold on. Wait.
first of all, that's a personal relationship. And anything that I may or may not text you is between you and me,
Let me
and,
just
and
get
you
through
and me
some of the
alone.
pictures. Let
I
me
don't
get through-
share. I don't really share our personal
the
messages.
pictures
I mean,
and-
you've sent me many messages saying, "Brandon, you're the reason I'm in wrestling. Brandon, you're the greatest. Oh my God, you're so funny." I don't share those messages you send me. So why would you share something that I send you? Why would you do that?
Because I'm bigger than you, and I can.
Accurate.
Friday, November 5th, 2021.
So that was a Friday. So I-
6:06. Were you drunk?
Friday, I was probably feeling myself. I was probably.
So you're drunk texting me.
I wasn't drunk. I don't drink. But if you can get drunk on having the work weekend, and it was probably a pussy night for me, so I was probably feeling pretty good. I had pussy
Okay.
energy. Yeah.
Okay. So I was sitting, it was my 1-year anniversary trip with my wife. And I was sitting.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
had pussy energy too.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
There we go. So I was sitting at a bar in St. Augustine, Florida.
Oh,
And
lovely
and
place.
great place. I could put that over for days. And I got this text from Brandon. Again, Friday, November 5th, 2021, 6:06 p.m. We haven't spoke maybe in a month at this point. New goal, which is weird because you're my manager, which is odd. New goal. In 2022, I want to get in shape. I want to learn, and I want to works match, which I meant work a match, so you spelled that wrong.
Well, A and the S are very close to each other.
Yeah, but you consider yourself a scholar, and
The A and the S are very close to each other. That's
okay.
all I can tell
And
you.
I want to works match. Where you been?
First of all, take that bass out of your voice when you talk to me. So I'm Brandon Walker. All right.
I'll add more. If I need
I'm
to.
Brandon fucking Walker. So I'm not gonna have just
want some treble, too?
some wrestler come off the
want some
street
bass and
try.
treble?
No, you're not gonna just bully me around on my own show. Okay, first of all, that ain't gonna happen. But I saw a future where I got in shape and I worked a match. And frankly, Ben, it's only January.
Yeah, but we're 24 days in.
We're 24 days in, but we got 365. 24 out of 365 is not that many.
Are you ready to start? Are we ready to make something happen?
You
ready to take your first bump?
You haven't sent me any workouts or any dietary plans.
Is that what you want from me?
I was reaching out to you. I was saying, hey, if that ugly jackass named LaGreca can do it, I can fucking get in the ring. So why?
I believe in you. I believe you can get in the ring.
Then why did you?
I'm lighting a fire underneath you, and I'm holding you accountable because that is what a client should do. I am holding you accountable.
Are you mad that I haven't been managing? It's been football season, and
I know, and that's over.
it
Football's
just
over.
ended.
I know. Yeah, well, it ended about 3 weeks ago, but it's over now. And on Saturday, January 29th, where are you going to be?
Exactly where you are, by your side.
Ridgefield Park, Knights of Columbus.
Jersey?
Jersey.
Yeah.
Guess who I'm wrestling?
That big round guy?
Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Yeah, the big round guy.
And his tag partner,
Oh,
Adam Payne.
They're the
Meat
fixers.
Locker.
They're the fixers.
No, that's him in NWA in another universe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you got mixed up a little bit.
My bad.
He's wrestling another big guy, Adam Payne. It's me and Mucho Chris Muldren. We would love to have you in our corner again.
I almost wore my MCM shirt today.
Well, you're wearing my shirt today.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered because you made me change into your shirt. So, but thank you for bringing 2X.
I know you.
Yeah.
I'm thoughtful.
Big man, is it Shot or Shat? Big man Shat.
Bury me.
Big man shit. Big man shit. This one should sell.
It did. Yeah, I'm all out of them.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll get some
How
more.
about the beanie? See the beanie?
You probably. Oh, it says Big Trouble. You shouldn't be out of them when you do this show because we're going to sell more of them.
Well, I got a lot of these right now, big man shit. If you believe in big man shit and you're a fan of wrestling from the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, and that's what you want to see more
Pretty
of,
much every era ever outside of this one. That's big man
every
shit.
era ever outside of this one. If you're a fan of that, you want to see that come back.
Could you
buy the
imagine
shirt.
in 1990, okay? Just, I'm going to take you back to a world 1990. Could you imagine Kevin Nash being on the independent scene and nobody wanting to sign him or nobody wanting to book him or nobody? Can you imagine Mean Mark Callis in 1988 not getting signed, not getting used? Can you imagine Glenn Jacobs not being given every single gimmick in the book in the 90s? No, you know why they kept trying and trying and trying? Because these guys were big and these guys were attractions. And look here, Tony. Look here, Vince. Sitting right here in front of your fucking face is 6'12". 15% of a metric ton, and you're pushing these guys that are fucking 5'7", 130, and nobody wants to see them. You got women's division for that size. Use this right here. You didn't pass on Kevin Nash. You didn't pass on Glenn Jacobs. You didn't pass on Mark Calloway, and you're going to pass on this motherfucker? Wake the fuck up. Fans want to be entranced. Fans want to be impressed. Fans want to be captivated. This is captivating. This is entrancing. This is the future. This is Big Trouble Ben Bishop. Wake the fuck up. That's the promo.
You said it way better than I could.
That's why I'm your
thank you.
fucking manager.
And that's why he's a manager. That's why I keep him around. You heard it. All the names that were said, I don't need to repeat them. You heard exactly
All right,
what was
so
said.
let's stop right there. Forget about my questions about 2022. 2022 is going to be the year of the big man.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be the year of the attraction. And here's the attraction. Big Trouble Ben Bishop. He's coming to an independent scene near you, and he's not going to be there long. So if you can see him in an independent show, go fucking see him, because he's not going to be there very long.
Everywhere I go, I get a reaction. Isn't that what we're in the business of? We're in the business of getting reactions. We're in the business of making money. And every single place that I go, I get a reaction, and people will always be asking me to come back. Everywhere. Doesn't matter where I go. It can be the smallest indie in West Virginia. It can be the big time in Florida or New York. Everywhere I go, people are entranced. The word you used, entranced.
Captivated.
Captivated.
Enthralled.
Enthralled by the size, the looks, the charisma, the personality.
It's the year of the big man.
The year of the big man. It's the year of big man shit.
Big Trouble Ben Bishop.
We're bringing it back.
That's wrestling. So that was a 7-foot man basically hitting me on the shoulder and being mean to me, and it scared me a little bit. Somebody please sign him so he doesn't kill me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Shopify, huh? Yeah. We got a real sponsor.
E-commerce, baby.
E-commerce. Yeah, we're doing the thing out here. We are doing the thing. People are jumping on board. I should do the ad now. Shopify gives entrepreneurs the resources once reserved for big businesses. So upstarts, startups, and established businesses alike can sell everywhere, synchronize online and in-person sales, and effortlessly stay informed. Scaling your business is a journey of endless possibility. That's a beautiful sentence. A journey of endless possibility, much like relationships, much like life, much like, well, pretty much anything. I wish I could force out a single tear right there. Believe me, this podcast started out selling, little, yeah. But today we're selling the world. We're selling everything. We are fantastic, and we're not stopping there because success is a million milestones on a forever evolving path. Who wrote this? Wadsworth? Fucking Henry Longfellow? Who wrote this ad copy? Like mine, Shopify powers millions of businesses from first sale to full scale. Reach customers online and across social networks with an ever-growing suite of channel integrations and apps, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and more. Am I on TikTok? Yes. I should be. Gain insights as you grow with detailed reporting of conversion rates, profit margins, and beyond. More than a store, Shopify grows with you. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Here's where it matters to you. Go to shopify.com/Rasslin. That's Rasslin. That's Rasslin. All lowercase for a free 14-day trial. That's 2 weeks. And get full access to Shopify's entire suite of features. Grow your business with Shopify today. Go to shopify.com/Rasslin right now. Shopify.com/Rasslin. I want to end with one little anecdote. I want to end with one little take from the world of wrestling. And after many years, and my producers don't know that I'm going to do this. This is actually very serious. I've thought about it a lot, and in the world of wrestling, there are certain truths, there are certain tenets, there are certain things that come to light, and you realize they change you, they shape you, they mold you. You realize this thing that you focus on for entertainment is actually turning you into a better person. And for the last 23, 24 years, I've had one phrase in my mind, and it has really taken hold of my life recently. And I realized something. I finally came to one universal truth. And this is not a joke, it's not a bit. This is me talking to you guys. I realized that what this man was saying spoke to my heart and spoke to the very essence of human nature. And I want to come out right now and I want to tell you how much it has just turned my life upside down once I realized this absolutely essential truth. Folks, pimping ain't easy. It really ain't. For 23 years, I have been under the assumption that maybe the Godfather was elaborating. Maybe he was just like covering things up. Maybe he wasn't telling the truth. But if you think about the logistics, the getting around the law, the securing of the women, the rolling of the fatties, the putting on Nationwide for Pimp Daddies, pimping ain't easy. And it's something that he needs to be appreciated for. Because I have in my mind, I look at the man, Charles Wright, this big guy, I'm thinking, it's probably pretty easy for him to pimp. No, folks. My name is Brandon Walker, and I host Rasslin. And I'm here to tell you, pimping ain't easy. And stop fucking acting like it is. That's wrestling.